What are the best life hacks for poor people? Please tell your doctor if your medications are too expensive. My parents worked themselves to the bone and we ate like shit to help pay for medicine for me and my sister, hemophilia. We needed medicine to help clot during our periods. They never complained and just worked. My mom didn't want anyone to know we were poor. There were cheaper alternatives! Exclamation mark. They could have saved thousands of dollars. I'm a family doctor now, and I make it a point to talk about medication costs and ask at all of my follow-ups if things are affordable. We don't know what your copay is, and it's not always easy to tell what will be covered on your plan. Please let us know if something is too much. This is what we are here for. Edited to add hey thanks stranger for the gold and silver. That's the first for me. To answer some recurring questions. I have hemophilia C, which I like to call the off-brand hemophilia because it's quite different than the more common ones. It's autosomal recessive. Both of my parents are carriers. My 2 boys are carriers and 1 is symptomatic. The medication was Amica oral solution. And as someone more eloquently describes in the comments below, prescribing the cheap medicine isn't always that simple. It depends on your insurance company, your deductible, which pharmacy you use. Yes, that matters! Exclamation mark. Especially for psych meds. And if Jupiter is in line with Venus and the pharmacy gods smile down on us. For some people $50 a month is reasonable, and they would rather pay more for a long-acting, and other people can only afford $5 a month and are using supplies like lancets and catheters. I work in the US. If your medication is too expensive, and you have something other than Medicare or Medicaid, try looking for manufacturer's coupons. Symbicort has a great one for 1 year no copays right now, and some of the newer long-acting stimulants do too. Ask about local compounding pharmacies. Mail order. 3-month supply or off-label dosing. Pharmacists look away. Like you can use eye drops in your ears for an acute bacterial infections and sometimes they are significantly cheaper. I've done that once or twice when patients just didn't have the extra cash to get the one designated for your ears. If you need a procedure done and have a residency program or medical school local to you, see if they need any volunteers for didactics or demonstrations. We've done ingrown toenails, warts, skin lumps and bumps for free during lectures to teach the other residents how to do them. 2 great sites, Needy Meds, org, goodrecipe.com. To all my fellow college kids who use Chegg as a lifeline but can't afford it, use TextSheet.com. Copy the URL of the block Chegg page and paste. Answer that you're under 13 on the survey so they can't ask you anything else. And bam, an unlocked text of the problem solution. Eliminate food waste. Things you'd normally throw away like vegetable peelings and bones can be turned into flavorful stock for future meals. Something I do is save bread ends and or pieces of bread that got squished, stale, or whatever in a bag in the freezer. Once I collect a decent amount, I thaw them out and make some homemade stuffing. It's super tasty and feels fancy for just being bread, veggies, sage, and stock. You can also make them into breadcrumbs, croutons, or bread and butter pudding. Go to the library. Not only are there books there, but also you can check out video games, sewing machines, movies, museum passes, so much more. Not to mention the software, education and events that can help you get a raise, promotion, or better job. Library's ducking rule. I'm pretty comfortable financially, but still use the library all the damn time. Mine even checks out wall art. Rich people throw out amazing stuff. If you know someone with a truck, you can go around the wealthy areas on garbage day and get all sorts of furniture, appliances, and clothing, a little cleaning, and maybe a few minor repairs and you have lots of stuff to use or sell. Before I moved out the poor zone, I had 10 old computers I'd picked up off the roadside, cobbling parts from one to another. I got 4 of them up and running, sold one to a co-worker for $90. Cost to self, $0. 00. Edit. I didn't have a car at the time. I walked/biked everywhere. Other edit. It wasn't a time consuming effort on the one I sold. 2. Parts swapped. Some dirt/dust removal. and probably the most time spent cleaning out the previous user's stuff. Maybe 40 to 50 minutes. $90 for less than an hour's effort? Okie doke. It still amazes me how quickly people toss out barely broken computers. A few years ago my brother was telling me about how his neighbors were throwing out their laptop because it made a strange noise and Windows wouldn't boot. After a bit of back and forth of me asking questions about the laptop, I explained my theory and how it just needs a new hard drive. At that point my brother points to a laptop on the coffee table and says, "Thought you'd say something like that. If you can fix it, you can have it." Woo. Free laptop. All it took was 10 minutes replacing the hard drive with a spare I had and a fresh Windows install. If you wind up homeless, get a Planet Fitness gym membership, $10 a month, so you can shower every day. The one near my work also has free Wi-Fi, $10 a month. Free showers, free locked storage, locations in practically every city in the US, can shower, shit, shave, wash, even occasionally get free pizza. Added benefit of getting to work out. You could live in a car and spend $10 a month and slap together a semi-functioning form of homelessness. No judgment. Pretty great bonus if you're literally living there. If you have access. Ethnic grocery stores usually have cheaper produce. Can confirm. Local ethnic neighborhood grocery stores have prices much lower than the bigger supermarkets. I more or less only shop local anymore. Hot sauce is a simple investment to turn sad, bland food into sad, slightly less bland food. Swing by a Taco Bell and you can get some for free. There was a very sad time in my life where dinner regularly consisted of Taco Bell sauce on saltine crackers. Those were hard times. Okay, I've got this. I've been really super poor. I'm upper middle class now through busting my ass, but I still live as if I'm poor. 1. First of all, food is expensive. You do not have to eat that much. Really you don't. Mentally, being hungry as a teen screwed me up a bit. I learned that an empty stomach was normal, or even an accomplishment, if I only had a couple of bucks and had to make them last. 2. Learn to cook dried beans. Pat boil them first, then rinse and cook until done. Google it if you need to. Super cheap and nutritious meal. Bonus points for cooking them in a crock pot in a small room. It will help heat your room while they cook. 3. Cheap hot dog buns are a cheaper alternative to loaves of sliced bread if you are on your own. A whole loaf of bread can often go stale before you eat it. A pack of 8 hot dog buns is usually $1.00. So that's a week's worth of bread for $1.00. 4. Wear a knit hat and scarf in the house. It makes a huge difference. Keep that thermostat on 60 degrees. You will make it. Also, if you are a single person, spend time at the library or other public space. Free heat and often free entertainment. 5. If you can afford it, buy an electric blanket. 6. If you can't afford it, get one of those plush acrylic throws. Use it as the first layer of bed covering. Top it with some type of heavier cotton quilt. If you don't have a quilt, top it with a sheet and then some other type of blanket. You will stay warm. It's amazing. 7. Do not buy bar soap. Buy body wash and use one of those mesh loofahs. You will use much less product. 8. If your house and windows are old, cover them with anything you can find. Sheet plastic or bubble wrap are ideal, but are also expensive. Use trash bags, cardboard, anything you can come up with. Tape around door ledges with duct tape. It works. 9. Don't heat space you don't need. It was not unusual for us to stay mostly in one room during the really cold parts of winter. Just heat that room. If there are no doors, tack up blankets in the doorways to stop the airflow. 10. Cram anything you can under doors to stop drafts. 11. Take care of your possessions. No matter what it is, it's all you have. Make the most of it. Don't toss your things about or leave your clothes on the floor. 12. If doing laundry is an issue, have some clothes set aside as strictly public clothes. Pull them off as soon as possible and put on your house clothes. At least you can look presentable longer between washes. 13. Learn all you can about everything possible. It is so good for your mind and can help stave off depression. 14. Join a church unless you find it offensive. Many churches provide weekly meals. Go eat. Enjoy the climate controlled environment. And maybe even enjoy the fellowship. 15. Know your true worth is not related to money. There are so many other things. I need time to think. Edited. Thank you so much for the kind words. Silver and gold. I'm female. Some people asked how I made it out. I won't give my life story, but will keep it short and simple. I worked my ass off for survival and an education. There was so much about my young life that I could share, but this isn't the place for pity or such. There was abuse, parental drug addiction, father committed suicide, and I became intensely focused on building my life. I wanted a home and to feel secure. I hope my comment helped somebody as much as all the replies have helped me. Every time someone commented that this guy gets it or similar, I started to remember that I do get it. I was reminded of the determination I showed and everything I overcame. This is important and valuable to me right now. Life is messy and I'm facing some difficult life choices. I have been haunted by fear surrounding these choices because it will jeopardize my financial stability. But reading through this comment thread has helped me remember what I've already faced and overcome. I feel so much stronger. So where am I today? I spent my morning watching my youngest child play basketball. I drove there in my car that is warm and dependable. Then I went to the grocery store. I treated myself to my favorite cheese. I bought my kids 3 big boxes of Lucky Charms. They were on sale. $3.10! And I came home to a warm house with a working washer and dryer. I put my food in a working refrigerator. I truly know I'm blessed. I just want to add that being poor is exhausting and scary. It's so hard. But happiness is very, very possible no matter your income level. Money will make some parts of life easier but not all. If you live close to one Planet Fitness membership, $10 per month, and the location near me does free pizza once per week and free bagels once per week. That's 8 meals for $10. Plus you can save on your water if you want by using their showers. Also, when you're broke, it's hard to kill time and not spend money. So go to the gym and use their Wi-Fi to watch shows while you walk on a treadmill. It's honestly a great way to kill time. Why would a gym give out food that is so carb heavy? It seems counterproductive. Deleted. Congee with a broth cube and leftover veggies and meat. When things are really tight, just rice, broth cube and water. 1 cup of rice with 6 to 8 cups of broth or water will stretch into several meals this way. It can be made really nutritious by adding more things. But when money's tight, this can satisfy your belly. Also, make use of all social services available to you. All of them. You're poor. These services exist to help you get by and make things easier. Apply for them, even if you're 100% sure you don't qualify. You never know how else they might be able to help you. If you have pets, find charities on Facebook that help provide food for pets to people with a low income. I can't tell you how much stress this took off my shoulders knowing I had enough kibble for my cats so they wouldn't starve and I could buy my own food instead. Don't be ashamed of being poor. I know people look down on you for that, but shame gets in the way of coping with poverty. Everybody can get poor at no fault of their own if circumstances align right. Even if you made less than smart choices, got a drug habit, or whatever, you're not less deserving of basic human respect and kindness. Nobody is perfect, and poverty exists because governments don't implement or fund social services well. Duck with minimum wage, etc. Everybody deserves to live comfortably and not have to turn over every penny 3 times before spending it, no matter how much character that builds. Poverty ducking sucks and still come up short on basic necessities. You can donate plasma and be paid $30 up to 6 times a month. Extra $180. It is supposed to hurt a little. I donate twice a week for $70 a week. My donation center has monthly promotions. If I donate every week and I manage to get the promotion, I can earn $350 a month by just sitting on my ass for a few hours a week. How much does it hurt and how long does it take? At Walmart or most grocery stores you can buy a rotisserie chicken for wicked cheap. They're actually cheaper to purchase cooked instead of raw, and you can make several meals out of just the meat you scrape off the bones. I often make sandwiches or wraps and it'll typically last for like 6 meals, all for like $5. Then you get to use the carcass to make a stock. Manage every dollar you spend. Know exactly where your money is going. You can't reduce spending and save more if you don't understand where your money is going. There are a number of apps out there that help you budget and tell you what you're spending money on. Mint, Truebill, etc. Once you see the breakdown, you might notice that you're spending more on meals than you should. Or you had that subscription you forgot about that suddenly took $25 out of your account. Remember, being poor and being constantly broke aren't always the same thing. Sometimes you're just bad with money. Go to Aldi. Most stuff there, eggs, lettuce, salt, are just as good as other stores and much cheaper. We just picked up 4 dozen eggs for 79 cents each from Aldi. Quite a value when you're baking for a bunch of holiday stuff. Pop an egg into your ramen. Simple, cheap, and improves the taste a lot. Buy the store version, aka imitation brand, version of things. Cheaper and it works the exact same save for a few exceptions. Canadians, selection brand baked beans are shit. You don't need the expensive Assassins ones, but I strongly urge you not to buy selection brand baked beans. I love how strong your opinion on bottom shelf baked beans are. Keep fighting the good fight. Please click subscribe if you enjoyed this video.